Today is going to be really tricky because we're experiencing a bit of a monsoon season here in the UK, and I've got to review a convertible. It's not just any convertible though, it's the Mercedes E-Class Cabriolet, one of the sharpest looking and most desirable drop tops on the road. In the past, Mercedes used to be a little bit measly with their standard equipment, but not anymore. This car is pretty much loaded actually. You get things like front and rear parking sensors, you've got cruise control, you've got automatic climate control, you've got an 8-speaker sound system and Bluetooth for your mobile phone. Safety equipment is impressive as well. This is the first Mercedes Cabriolet with head airbags. It's really, really impressive. It's also got the usual rollover protection that you'd demand from a convertible car. Do you know what? I think I spot a break in the clouds. So we've just taken the roof down. Don't blame me if you get a little bit wet. You can get this car with V6 or V8 petrol engines, and with the roof down they both sound absolutely fabulous. The only problem is they'll cost you a small fortune to run, so I'm going to recommend the engine in this car. It's the 250 CDI diesel. It'll return 55 miles per gallon. Yeah, it'll still do 0 to 60 in under 8 seconds, and yeah, I know a diesel engine in a convertible seems a bit like sacrilege, but once you're up to speed you don't notice the diesel rattle at all. Another thing you don't notice in this car is the cold, because with the heated seats on, especially on the third setting, well, they're warm enough almost to scald your buttocks. And then there's Mercedes' excellent air scarf system. By pressing this button down here, I get warm air coming through vents in the headrest, and it just keeps you nice and cosy. Another great thing about the E-Class Cabrio is that even with the roof down, all 4 passengers don't get buffeted at all, and that's thanks to something called the Mercedes air cap system. And to show you how it works, I'm going to have to just hop into the back. Okay then, when I put my seatbelt in, you'll notice this wind deflector pops up here, and if I press this button in the front, you get a spoiler pop up over the windscreen. That sends air over the top, and I have to say, back here, hardly any wind buffeting at all. While I'm back here, I should point out that there is just about enough room in the back here for adults. Wait a minute, no one's driving. I better get back into the front. God. It's better back in the front now. Right. Unfortunately, it's started to rain. Good news is that I can actually put the roof up without having to pull over, because you can do it as long as you're not going too quickly. Now, I'll admit that the roof system isn't the fastest in the world, so this will take a wee while. The roof will operate at speeds of up to 25 miles an hour, which is great for distracting other drivers. And there we go, job done. Mercedes soft tops are so well insulated these days that with the roof up, this car is just as quiet inside as the coupe version. It's very relaxing at speed as well. The suspension glides over bumps in the road, the seats are comfortable, feels planted at speed, and it handles pretty well. Now, this particular car is actually the sports model, and it gets lowered stiffened suspension, but really, you know, it's more about cruising about than hardcoring, so I say you're better off getting the more softly sprung normal model. Unfortunately, not everything about this car is great. While the interior is well made, the dash design is bland, and there are a confusing amount of buttons on the centre console. Also, the steering wheel is offset, and the foot-operated parking brake annoying to use. Then there's the small storage cubbies. Look, the door bins are too narrow even for my sunglasses case. Finally, there's the boot, because while it does go back a long way, and there's even a hatch for your skis, the cradle for the roof mechanism means that it's a bit of an awkward shape. You can't put very large bags in there. However, unlike cars with folding metal roofs, at least the boot is the same size whether the roof is up or down, so you don't get caught unawares. And that pretty much sums up this car, you see, because yes, the E-Class Cabriolet does have a few downsides, but overall it's one of the best drop tops on the market today. And you know what? I think it's finally stopped raining.